here on my way to my Wednesday WW meeting, again on the run. 50, whatever I do, something always goes wrong that I can't just get out the door and I hate just sliding in right at 9:30, but it's okay. It's normal. That's what I've been doing. It's starting to warm up a bit, so I have a little bit of the air conditioning on. The weather's changing. We've gone from cold to now warm. Expecting more rain Saturday maybe. It rained on Monday when I dropped my car off to get my rear brakes done, so I did a little walking in the rain. I didn't walk home though because it wasn't going to take all day, but it was going to take a couple hours, so I did take a walk. I stopped at the drugstore and got a tiny umbrella, so it doesn't hurt to have an extra umbrella. This tiny umbrella wouldn't last in a downpour like we had before. It was just light rain, so no big deal. I just didn't want to get my hair all wet and my glasses all wet, so it was fine. I just strolled over to TJ Maxx. They had over there. My credit union was over there. I needed more quarters for laundry, so I got some walking in. They have this new grocery store over there in that shopping center. Northgate Mercado. It's like all Hispanic. They make tortillas fresh there. I mean, I'm sitting there watching them make fresh tortillas. They're so good. I got the flour tortillas one time when I was there. I stopped in and that's all I bought. All I bought there on Monday was some fresh strawberries. I'm like, oh, they're $5. And when I got home, I realized, oh, they're certified USDA organic. So, but they're really good. They were better than the ones that I got previously in the week, because the other ones that I got previously in the week, I'm so tired. They still had yellow on the top. They weren't red all the way down. These were much better. So I already ate more than half of them, so I have to get some more. But they're good in the fat-free cottage cheese for a nice 0-point snack or breakfast. I'm kind of hungry right now. I had coffee. I only have coffee before my meeting. I did pack some grapes on ice, so I have a little cooler here with some grapes for after the meeting to munch on, so I don't go get some high-point protein bar that I don't really want. But anyway, so that was all I bought in there. But let me tell you about this place. They have ice cream they scoop out there for you. They make fresh churros that you can get, fresh tamales, fresh tacos. I mean, it's a whole food court in this grocery store. It's amazing. Oh, but I didn't succumb to anything. I had a little omelet before I went to drop my car off, so I wasn't hungry. But I did want some strawberries, and that's all I needed at the grocery store that day, and that's all I bought. They had them, got them, enjoyed them. How did my week go? It was going okay. I did have a little setback. I'm an emotional stress eater, and something hit me that was pretty emotional. It hurt my feelings, you know? I'm a pretty strong gal. I've been through a lot in my life. That's made me strong and a little bit too hard sometimes, but on my heart, because I used to be too giving on my heart, but I still have those giving tendencies to where I help people if they need help and they're not sure how to do something. If I know how, I'm going to show them. I'm going to help them. No matter if I need to get my stuff done, I'm going to show them. And somebody just went to somebody, and I can't discuss it, but I was talked to about it, and I was thrown for a loop. I'm just like, what? When you've helped somebody that much, and they pretty much are stabbing you in the back for no reason. It's got to be for their own insecurity is what I'm going to chalk it up to, but it got to me. I didn't cry, but it was just weighing on me. I went home that night, and I had a box of those Queen Anne chocolate covered cherries. I love chocolate covered cherries, those cherry cordials. You only get 10 in a box, and it's separated 5 and 5. But I love them. I even love those. If you ever see in the candy bar section, those they're called Big Cherry. They're in a big pink wrapper, but those also have nuts and the cherry filling and the goo and the cherry. I can eat a whole thing of that. But anyway, I opened the box, and the first one I ate was really sweet. I haven't been eating candy. I've been eating those Nicks, those small ice cream bars, so I haven't been totally sugar-free, but I used to eat a lot of sugar. I mean, I'm not going on a low-carb lifestyle. I've just been ignoring the added sugar foods. I have a little bit of added sugar, but not a lot. Like, I was eating a lot. So it was really sweet. And I ate the second one. I think it was like 10 points. I don't remember, but it wasn't hitting that reward center in my brain. It wasn't doing it for me. So, and I'm just like, these aren't as good as I remember. And, I mean, they're good, but it wasn't like, I ended up just going and eating all 5 and just saying, And I'm reading that book, The Hunger Habit, and I was kind of referring back to that and just thinking how I felt after I ate those. I didn't get that light didn't go off as the reward, like, oh, I need more, I'm going to have it again. So I'm kind of placing this memory in my head that I went for it. It didn't do it for me. Not at all. So those other 5 are still sitting there. I'm not even tempted to go grab them, which is, normally I would just sit there and eat all 10 of them. That's me. That's my history because I love them. But they just they weren't doing it for me. And I was thinking back to these grapes I got these big red grapes, seedless grapes. And I was thinking about it and I was like, man, I felt more rewarded with those cold grapes than this chocolate, which was just not me. So I packed some grapes today. I take my lunch to work and I pack like a bag of grapes or one of those skinny, smart, what are they called? Skinny Pop, snack bags of popcorn. So I have something on the way home so I don't just cruise through a drive-through and get something like a quesadilla or something that's going to be really high in points and fat and everything else. So I have these grapes. I have the grapes here today because I haven't had breakfast. So I'm going to need a little something. Okay. This intersection is very dangerous intersection. It was like named as like the top most dangerous intersection in our county. So I have to pay attention here. I have people who are going to cross the crosswalk. So I'm going to just be sitting here a moment while the light turns green. I'm going to wait for them to walk. Nobody's behind me pushing on their horn or anything. Okay. I got a lady with a cane and a gentleman with a cane. So we're going to let them cruise through the intersection. I'm going to make sure this guy gets across. There's nobody behind me. Let's see. I got 6 minutes to get to my meeting. And he's running because the red-handed, he's running with his cane. He's skedaddling across the crosswalk. He's making it. He's going to make it. Is he going to get to the sidewalk? He made it before it turned yellow. So we're good to go. No bikes, no. This is the way that I take to the beach, except I usually keep going straight when I'm on my bike. I haven't done that in a long time. I used to go quite a ways and then walk on the beach for a bit. But anyway, so that was my setback. It was 5 of those are 375 calories. So it's not like I had 3,000 calories or anything to be a huge setback, but I'm not going to count it as a setback because I actually stopped and thought about it. And, I'm working on my mindset, and that's where my mindset is. I was still feeling sad the next day. I mean, I wasn't feeling I feel better now because I did something better. I talked to somebody about it, not like a psychiatrist or anything, but somebody who had talked to me in the first place. So I needed to talk to them because I can't gossip about it. You just can't do that. It's not right because that's going to compound things and make me be the bad one. And I realized that I didn't do anything wrong. So it just hurt my feelings, but I'm better now after I just said my piece, because I should have said my piece right there on that first discussion But anyway, I was feeling the love, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm okay. I don't need to go on a binge. I don't need to eat chocolate. That's what I had at home. I didn't like rush to the store to get a piece of cake or anything. I didn't do my usual. Like sometimes when I'm like that, I'll stop through a drive-through, get their cheesecake and their chocolate cake to go and everything else. I didn't do that. That's my old habits. That's my old binge habits. But anyway, so I'm curious to see how my weigh-in's gonna go. Almost there. I am wearing a different pair of shoes, which I looked at the specifications, and these shoes are 0.1 more in weight typically than the shoes I was wearing. And why am I changing shoes? Because it's getting warmer, and I'm gonna start wearing shorts soon. So I thought, okay, it's okay to change the shoes right now. We'll change one thing at a time. I'm wearing long pants. I don't know how much more the material on these are like work pants type. They're not denim, but they're not like slacks, casual slacks or anything, or, you know, like dress slacks for women. Let's see if I can get to this turn signal. So they're gonna put a little bit, you know, I want my weight to be not fluctuating too much because of the change in wear. I'm not gonna wear one of these sweater things that I'm wearing, and I'm not gonna wear long pants when the weather heats up. I don't want to have to bring a change of clothes to my WW meeting. It was nice when I was working at the post office and I went to the 6:30 Saturday meeting because I always wore shorts to work. I just wore my uniform and my work shoes, so it was pretty consistent. But a 0.1 heavier, fine. And socks. I'm not going to weigh my socks. So, but we're going to start moving. That's why my allergies in my eyes are kicking up, because the weather is going back and forth. We're getting close to springtime. But anyway, I have arrived, so I will... Sorry that I took the whole drive with this meeting update, because my week wasn't that great. But I'll see you when I get out. Where am I? I'll see you when I get out of the meeting. Well, I'm back. I got out of the meeting. The recipe of the week is called steak pizzaiola with garlic toast. $8 points per serving. Okay. It looks good. Well, how'd you do, Marianne? Dun, da, da, da. Down 4.2. I think that's the biggest loss I've had so far. I was a little surprised. I had thought maybe last week that I would have been down a little bit more than I was. So this could be residual from some water weight from last week. Who knows? Who knows what the scale is thinking half the time? But I'll take it, because now, it's showing down 3.2 since the start. And you know what that means? I've gone minus 3.2 pounds after starting those personal points program where they were giving me 1,000,000 points for all the vegetables that I like to eat. And I struggled so hard that I went off the program, and I have been struggling to get on the program for over 2 years, and I'm doing it. I haven't had any gains since I started on January 10th, but I did have 1 week where I stayed exactly the same, didn't lose, didn't gain, and I kind of knew that was probably a little, we think water weight. But that kind of goes into with the topic of this week, which is, I don't exactly know what it's called, but I'll sum it up. Non-scale victories. So even with my little snafu with my 5 cherry cordials, it didn't cause a weight gain. But why didn't it cause a weight gain? It was a lot of sugar, 41 points, but rollovers and my walks, I did not have a zero balance weeklies at all this week. I never went, I actually have points. I tracked those 5 cherry cordials. So I ended up with weeklies due to rollovers and activity. Are you eating your fit points, Marianne? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But this week, I think, I thought about it after I ate them. I thought about how I felt. I didn't go back for more. I was at the drugstore when I was getting that umbrella the other day, and they have all the Easter candy out. Now, I love the Russell Stover maple cream eggs. They're only at Easter time. They didn't have that flavor. They had the caramel and the chocolate truffle, which I like too, but I love the maple. So I didn't buy any of them because I wanted the maple, and I wasn't going to eat it that day. I just wanted it to have for when I wanted to have it. So, just because I've reduced my added sugar, it doesn't mean I never eat sugar. But those 5 cordial cherries were a bit much, and I didn't enjoy them like I used to, because I think you just get numb in your habits sometimes, and it's just, you just reach for it, and you know what? It didn't make me feel better. But I have my grapes here because I'm hungry, so I'm going to have my grapes on the way home. So that's my non-scale victory for the week, even though I had victory on the scale. It's just that I did go and work on my mindset, and when I did fall off the ledge and succumb to an old habit, I didn't continue the habit. Okay, we're only a few days in on that, so we'll see how that progresses. Okay, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you on my next weigh-in.